Historically, American military casualties in the Middle East follow a specific logic. They occur during active ground invasions or within the context of asymmetrical guerrilla warfare. Over the last 5 months, that logic has been upended, with 17 American soldiers killed in action across the region. These personnel were killed inside highly secure, fortified installations. Despite the remote desert isolation of these facilities, they were hit by direct, precision missile strikes launched by a sovereign nation. This moves the conflict past the era of proxy skirmishes. For the first time in this theater, Iran is engaging in direct, state-level strikes against American assets. The physical evidence of these base attacks stands in sharp contrast to the official narrative promoted by the White House. The administration previously claimed that Iran's military strike capabilities and missile stockpiles had been effectively neutralized. But as this large plume of smoke from an active strike shows, Iran's military remains capable of hitting targets across Jordan and Iraq with significant precision. This disconnect between the president's claims and the reality of the strikes creates an immediate crisis of credibility for the administration. While the U.S. attempts to downplay the severity of the engagement, the Iranian president has taken the opposite path, declaring that his country is now in a full-scale war. Iran uses these specific strikes as a mechanism for strategic proof, prioritizing the demonstration of capability over the casualty count itself. By successfully striking an airbase in Jordan, located thousands of kilometers from its own borders, Iran proves its precision missile program remains operational and effective. These trajectory lines crossing international borders to hit a specific facility require sophisticated targeting systems the U.S. claimed no longer existed. Each successful hit serves to erode the global assumption that American military bases are invulnerable. The undeniable success of these strikes creates a strategic trap for U.S. leadership. Domestic backlash is growing as citizens and media analysts question why the commander-in-chief described a threat as destroyed when it is still actively killing American personnel. The president is now forced to choose between scaling back operations, which would be perceived as a retreat, or escalating the conflict significantly to restore a sense of deterrence. Ultimately, these strikes function as a psychological tool designed to paralyze decision-making and force political concessions. The impact of these sovereign strikes quickly moved beyond the battlefield and into the global economy. By proving it can strike key infrastructure anywhere in the region, Iran has significantly increased the geopolitical risk for global trade. This chart shows the immediate result of that risk. Crude oil prices have reacted sharply, surging past the $90 a barrel threshold. The threat is compounded by allied Houthi rebels, who have declared a blockade on Saudi ports. This narrow geographical choke point illustrates how easily a regional conflict can disrupt maritime trade. In this specific, vulnerable geography, military instability at a single base can trigger a cascading crisis for global supply chains. To see how these abstract market shifts affect real-world finances, we can look at the impact on a major importer like India. This chart compares the baseline costs against the current reality. India's quarterly oil import bill has jumped from $31 billion to $50 billion as a direct result of the rising prices. This $19 billion spike puts immense pressure on foreign exchange reserves and creates a significant risk of domestic inflation. This macroeconomic shock eventually reaches the consumer. The high numbers on this electronic gas station price board represent the tangible cost increase for everyday fuel and transport. These regional strikes demonstrate a new reality of modern warfare. A missile launched in Jordan creates a financial ripple that is ultimately paid for by citizens at a gas pump thousands of miles away.